Yes.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you all to our Building Bridges virtual gathering program. My name is Angela Tuck, and on behalf of our organization, the Bridge to Promise group, we want to thank all of you for taking some time out tonight to join us and learn about this amazing organization. I know some of you may or may not be familiar with Bridge to Promise, but those of you who are not, this organization was founded by three dynamic visionaries, Jessica, Nicole, and LaShawn, and you'll hear from them later this evening. And they saw a void in the 18 to 35-year-old group uh, where there was a lack of resources for personal development and other areas of their life. And they decided, you know what, they want to do something about that. So over the last 5 or 6 years, they have been tirelessly dedicating their lives to helping this underserved group of people. And that's one of the reasons why I was happy to be part of this organization and join the board in the last year. So I'm super excited to be able to participate and doing all I can to help their vision come to life. So in addition to hearing from them tonight, you're going to also hear from some of our other board members, Dr. Kevin Jordan, Simone Eson, Natalia Ellis, and Lester Adams. They'll go through some of the different programs that we have. They'll tell you how you can get involved financially, which we hope everyone will do. They'll give you some background of what they've done in the past. So you'll get a full 360 view of the whole organization. And we hope that you'll definitely enjoy that. And last but not least, we have a raffle. For all of those who make a financial donation, we're going to put your name in and give 24 hours after this broadcast. We'll pick out a name and you could win a private wine class for up to 20 people, and that's going to be provided by Total Wines and Spirit. So we really hope that you guys, once you get through the program and you hear all this amazing information, how it's helping our community, our Black and brown young men and women in the 18 through 35, which unfortunately they're not, the resources are not equal as what's being provided, that you will be willing to donate. So we thank you so much, and we're super happy that you've decided to join us. And again, thank you from the Bridge to Promise organization. Woohoo!
Hi, my name is Jessica Toussaint, and I am the founder of Bridge to Promise.
Hi, my name is Nicole Bryan. I'm one of the co-founders of Bridge to Promise.
Hi, I'm LaShawn Brown, and I'm the Vice President of Bridge to Promise.
So when I think about how our journey started, literally, I've always wanted to have an organization. And I thought when I was 40 and had a husband, that journey would start. And God had a different plan, just to start it sooner. And I remember sharing it with my two good friends.
And it's such an important organization, and the idea that she had it, I'm like, why not now? It's amazing. Let's push for it.
I like to say Bridge began with a dream, right? Dreamers. And what better way just to pour into our generation? I know originally we started to do youth, but we decided to just focus on millennials and Gen Z because they didn't have a support service. And so we were just happy that we were able to provide that space for them.
And when you think about a young person, as they are younger, there are support services, there are guidance counselors, clubs, activities. But as a young person begins to matriculate, right, particularly between 18 and 35, they are literally discovering themselves. They're figuring out what their purpose is. They're figuring out who they're called to be. They're figuring out their careers. They're making families, right? Popping out babies at that time, right? So many pivotal changes, moments, decisions are happening in that time frame. So we wanted to provide a safe space for millennials, Gen Z, like LaShawn said, to feel safe, a place like an incubator to grow, to be developed, and as young emerging leaders to be cultivated. And so we wanted to be the solution. We wanted to be part of the change that we wish to see. And I think about like the growth of even our teams, right? And how being shy and reserved, and as we even do the work, I'm seeing the growth within us. And so when I think of like our why initially, right, was to empower young adults, was to provide tips, tools, techniques. And it's been amazing just watching it grow, watching our board expand, watching the wealth of knowledge, partnering with boomers, partnering with different generations just to empower our generation. So it's been amazing to see 3 women from different walks of life and being threaded in the circle of life for such a larger impact.
So in terms of programming, our biggest one would probably be the leadership course that we put together. So we put together a Dare to Dream leadership course. So basically it's a 10-month leadership course, but so far this is our first one and it's been absolutely amazing. I love just the professionals that we get, but seeing people that are like our age that are actually like doing great in their fields and just being able to talk on organizational development and just leadership itself, because I feel like we've said, these support services are not available to us. So I would think that's our biggest win, and they're graduating soon.
Yes.
For our first cohort, so that is just so exciting. And just hearing them after every course saying that they really loved it, they enjoyed it, and they're ready to put the things that they learned into action.
So final words, I would say thank you to everyone that supported us, our clients, our families, our friends who came out and just supported us through this entire journey. We appreciate each and every one of you.
So, guys, find us, get involved. It's taught me just so much and just has basically helped me as a leader and as a person in just so many ways that I can't even describe. It's really one of the reasons that I'm like able to sit in front of you and talk in front of you right now.
And so know that you always have an ear. Know that you always have a resource to tap into, and that we are here to serve you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Millennials were so busy doing so many other things, right? That, quick meals like this are so helpful. So here comes Chef Cheryl.
Hi guys. Jess, you are a pro. So we're gonna plate up really fast. But as you can see, it's not hard, it's very fast.
He knew her since they were dating since they were like 14 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's so
I was
hard
like,
to imagine.
Imagine? I was like 14?
That's so good.
Cost me an extra fee?
Yep.
Unsubscribe.
Like, what is it gonna cost you?
Hi, everyone. I am LaShawn, Vice President and co-founding member of Bridge to Promise. And I'm here to talk to you guys about what it is that we've done this year. So as you all know, COVID-19, the pandemic has hit, but we found a way to still connect to our clients, our community. And one of the first ways that we did that is we decided to create an online community on Facebook, a Facebook group called the Bridge to Promise community. And we decided to just reach out to everyone and just see how they were doing. We decided to basically, the board got together and we did calls. We checked on the people that have come to our events just to see how their families were. And we just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay during this time. We also decided to do something called Thoughtful Thursdays. And so that was designed to basically give us something to do as far as learning how to cook or finance. We decided to have different conversations on friendships, on our bodies. And we just decided to just create a safe space where we could just talk to you guys about what we thought was going on and what we felt like was important, because we weren't able to come together like we normally were. Another thing that we were able to do, we were able to onboard new board members, and they're going to introduce themselves a little bit later. We were so excited about that. The board members that we already had were great, and we were just so happy that we were able to expand the board so that we can, pivot as far as resources and things like that. Another thing that we started to do was He Leads and Becoming Her. Now, it was something that we've already done, right, in person, but right now, since things were transitioning virtually, we decided let's transition along with it. And so we did a Becoming Her and a He Leads virtually, where we created a safe space for women to come together for Becoming Her and men to come together for He Leads. And they were able to talk about mental health. That was this year's topic. And we just created a safe forum for them to learn more about mental health and to ask the questions that they needed. And then we decided to expand our team. So we had already a great team of volunteers, and we decided to basically stretch that out a little bit more. So we decided to go on Indeed and ask people what they could offer us as far as helping us with our online community. One of the things I mentioned in the video was that our clients became volunteers, then became leading members. So that was another way that we were able to expand our team, watching the volunteers become leaders and pivoting to basically, running programs now was another way that we expanded. And then we did our Dare to Dream leadership course. This year, it was a 10-month extensive program that we did. First, we did it in person, and then we had to transition virtually. And so once a month, we got together and learns about organizational leadership, political leadership, branding development, personal development, social development, everything that was just important to leadership and becoming a new leader. And next year, we're going to do that as well, but we're going to scale it back a little bit. So we're going to separate it into 2 different cohorts where they're going to do 5 sessions during the summer, and the new cohort is going to do 5 sessions during the summer, during the winter and during the summer. And then last but not least, we launched our website. So go check out our website, www.bridgetopromise.org. We revamped it, reorganized it. We put everything that we're doing on there. You can go on and check out our board members, see what we're doing next, and what exciting events we have planned for 2021. Thank you guys for listening.
How are you? My name is Lester Adams, and I'm a new board member here at Bridge to Promise. It's great to have you here with us today. I want to tell you a little bit about my journey and how I came to join the board, and also what Bridge to Promise means to me and how I'd love to hope to see you in this organization as well. I joined Bridge to Promise this summer as a board member after relocating to New York City from down south. And I wanted to find an organization where I could put my time into helping young people better discover themselves through different events, opportunities to share wisdom, and just a great time to share understandings so that they're growing financially, spiritually, educationally, and getting that wisdom that you need to go through the day to day. As the lady said earlier, you get so much help when you're younger, and there comes a point in time and age where you're kind of out there in that ship on that ship by yourself. And as you're floating along, you need some opportunities to discuss with your peers and with the people a little bit ahead of you, just what's going on and what's going to be coming right down the road. And Bridge to Promise gives a lot of opportunity to have these discussions, programs where you're going to get information that's going to be helpful to you to grow yourself in a spiritual way, or grow yourself in an education that's going to make you a better leader, a better person, a better mother or father, a better part of your community. We think that it's important to get this information to you, and this organization has done a great job till now imparting that information through different events. One event that I got a chance to lead, well, I got a chance to be a part this year, was the He Leads program. And it was a great conversation where men were able to get together and really kind of strip away all of the pretext and just have a good conversation that was healthy, that was informative. And it really just got to the core of some of the issues that are going on within our daily lives. The specific discussion we talked about was mental health, which in our community is a big question right now. And it's something that we're dealing with. And just to be able to ask questions and get answers without judgment and without any issue created an opportunity for everybody there, whether you were young or old, to grow, to expand. Because any conversation where you're passing on wisdom is an opportunity to grow. We think that this program, as well as the other programs we have, whether it's the Dare to Dream Leadership Institute or anything else, is set up for you to really grow who you are and become a different person on the back end of what we want to take you through. We look forward to any opportunity that we have to engage with you. We'd love for you to join the programs. We'd love for you to come out to the events when we can actually have them in person. But in the meantime, make sure that you click onto anything that we have going on virtually and be a part. Be a part, because what you're going to bring to it's going to help somebody, and hopefully somebody can help you. With that, I'll pass it over to Natalia. Thanks a lot.
Good evening. My name is Natalia Ellis. I initially became involved with Bridge to Promise as a volunteer. I was working as a contractor with a local foundation, a mentoring foundation, and they shut down during COVID. And I was looking for a volunteer opportunity. And I came across Bridge to Promise. They were looking for grant writers, and I had background in grant writing. So I started working with Jessica on grant writing. Subsequently, they asked me to join the board. And of course, I was excited to join the board because I truly believe in their mission. And as everyone has stated, there's a lack of resources for young adults during, a very important transitional period in their life. So since joining the board, we've expanded our grant writing team, who I work closely with on a daily basis. We've gotten all of our ducks in a row. We're ready to apply for big time grants. Hopefully, we'll be able to expand our programming. As you know, due to COVID, we've had to go virtual with a lot of our programming. And with that being the case, this gives Bridge to Promise the opportunity to offer their resources beyond the scope of our initial clients. So while based in Long Island, we'll be able to offer our program nationally, and hopefully, we'll be able to serve kind of as a model for programming for this special marginalized group of people. So like I said, it's been a pleasure working with Jessica and the rest of the Bridge to Promise team. And, we definitely look forward to expansion and increased participation. And with that being the case, we want you guys to participate, but also provide us with feedback and let us know, what your needs are as it relates to, our programming. And we're always looking for people to volunteer to work with our programming. Have a good evening.
And I am so excited just to be with you today. So I wanted to share what we're up to. I wanted to share the different ideas. COVID has not stopped us. If anything, in the midst of COVID, we've been able to be resilient. In the midst of COVID, we've been able to move past it. We've been able to grow. We've been able to be planted in the midst of COVID. It's in these opportunities, it's in these moments, right, that we are able to see what's in us. We're able to see how we stand. And so I'm here I know we're supposed to be talking about Bridge, but I am here to encourage you that no matter the dream, no matter the goal, if you work it, God will breathe on it. And so a great example is just our 2 new board members that just joined us, who are absolutely amazing, who added to our arsenal, who came with great wisdom, who God used greatly to kind of take us to the next level, to the next place. And so because of that, because of the community, the village, I like to say, the old adage is still true. It takes a village to raise a child. And so even though we are adults, we still need a village. We still need a community. And so Bridge is that community for you. And so because of COVID, we pivoted digital. As LaShawn mentioned, we've done Thoughtful Thursday, having different people, different occupations, different topics. So we have chefs that come on and teach us how to cook. We'll have nutritionists teach us how to eat. We'll have people that come on to talk about our resumes, different things that deal with the whole person, right? Mind, body, and soul. So if you have any topics, you guys write this curriculum. This organization is here to serve you. So if you have any topics you want us to cover, any series that you send it in, email us, keep in touch with us, and we'll be sure to get that going. Becoming Her is going to stay digital. He leads. We do Becoming Her every quarter, once a quarter, the first month of every quarter. We sit down on Zoom, come in as you are,
and have dynamic conversations, dynamic topics. We have speakers coming in. We also have breakout sessions, because a lot of times, especially with Zoom, it's a lot of lecture sometimes, right? And sometimes we just need a place to vent. We need a place that we can take off our wigs, right? We can take off the pressures of this world, ladies, and just be safe and just share the sentiments of our heart and get encouragement and also get sound advice, right, from our subject matter experts. We also plan to do He Leads. The men want it on a monthly basis. So we are providing a space for men monthly to share their thoughts, to share their dreams, to share their insecurities, to gain strength, to gain wisdom. And all of that will happen from the comfort of your own home. So we will definitely be doing that. We also plan to do a women's gathering around Mother's Day, just to appreciate women and our journey through marriage, singleness, our journey as women, our journey through struggling, our journey in loss, but no matter what, we have each other. And so we're calling the event Gathered Hearts, because we're literally gathering together. And as we gather, so much comes out of it, so much joy, so much peace. And so we're just here to support you in regards to that. We also plan to have, as LaShawn shared, our Dare to Dream leadership development. So this year was our pilot, which was great. We had an amazing cohort of students that you'll see next month or the month after that are graduating. And so here we were able to learn, we were able to provide such service, amazing faculty, amazing, okay? Amazing. And all free. Everything that we do is free. Literally, we live to serve. Literally, it's us giving back. And so now we've decided we will do 2 cohorts, one running from January through May, another from July through November, and a graduation in December. And so what that looks like is we have monthly leadership classes, meets once a month for about 4 hours. Subject matter experts. We talk about personal development. We talk about branding. I mean, we talk about the whole person as a leader. We talk about your mental health as a leader. In addition to that, we will provide you accountability coach. So you meet with them once a month within your group to check in. We want to hold people accountable. We want you to grow. We are in this business for personal development. We are in this, like, if you don't grow, our work is in vain. And like LaShawn said, volunteers. I've had the privilege of watching volunteers grow into our leaders that are the head of volunteers that are teaching some of these classes, who have been participants. So it's just been amazing just watching Bridge grow. It's been amazing to see our the things that are ahead. We also have, which I'm super excited, in July, we're having a fashion show. I don't know if I should say the theme, so I'll just keep that before our marketing people, say I messed it up. So, hi, Justin. So with it, when you look at it, we have a fashion show. And so we're looking for designers, original designers. We're looking for models. So we have so many different ways just to gather, to celebrate, to be empowered, to be imparted into, and most of all, to grow. So no matter where you find yourself in life, there is still opportunity to grow. When you look at yourself, I know I said it probably in the video, but I'll say it again. When you look at a young person between 18 to 35, we are making the decisions that count. What we do now will be a result of our result of tomorrow. We are living right now. We are sitting in the decisions we made yesterday. So take a moment to process that. When you realize that, you move different. I know as young people, we think we have all this time, but COVID taught us it does not discriminate. Okay. COVID taught us that time is precious. And so how are we living within our dash, right? Our dash is our date of birth to the day we transition. How are we living? God has us here on purpose, in purpose, on time. And so it's time for us to pursue our goals, to pursue our dreams, even if we were born in circumstances that are not the best, that our stories can change. We are in charge of the narrative of our story. And so a lot of people, the reason why they feel stuck or they feel like they haven't progressed is because they don't know what to do, or they don't feel like they have support. Well, guess what? you have a support system in Bridge to Promise. So we have a Bridge to Promise community where we have empowerment stuff, where we also online on Facebook, where we also put tips, different community gatherings and things that are happening. So keep in touch with us. But most of all, like I said, we are literally here to serve you. And so if there's a program, if there's something you're looking for, we are in the business of mentorship, of partnering. We also offer one-on-one coaching. So if you are in need or if you feel stuck, we're here to serve, again, millennials, 18 to 35. Millennials, I know we're getting older, so we'll make some a little exception. And Gen Z, we are here to serve this generation and provide you with the tips and the tools that you need. And we're here to walk alongside of you and just cheer you on, because you have all that you need already inside of you. We're just here to help you along the road. So again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for the gift of Bridge to Promise, for the people that help us do what we do, for the people that donate their time, their gifts, for the people that donate their tenure, you know, whatever it is. We are just so grateful for who you are. So thank you so much again for joining us.
Much for being here tonight with us. My name is Simone Eason, and I have been a board member for 3 years with Bridge to Promise. I first learned about Bridge to Promise in 2016 from my niece, who has volunteered with Bridge to Promise since the very beginning. So I'll tell you a little bit about me. I retired in 2017 with over 35 years of experience in the financial industry. And when I retired, one of my goals was to give more back to my community and see how my experience in finances I could utilize to assist organizations or individuals. And one of the first organizations that I reached out to was Bridge to Promise. And that's because I had been hearing about all the wonderful things that they were already doing and reaching out to the community, particularly with the millennials. And I wanted to be a part of that organization. So I reached out to Jessica, sat with her, explained a little bit about my background, and asked in what way could I be of assistance to the organization. And to my good fortune, she had asked me if I would come on as a board member to advise in any capacity that I could. And not only that, she asked if I would be the treasurer of the organization, helping them to prepare and maintain their financials. So I can tell you, over the last 3 years, I have seen firsthand the hard work, the dedication, the commitment of these 3 outstanding women. And they inspire me so much, inspire me to a level that, in addition to giving of my time, I gladly lend my financial resources and anything that I can to help them to expand this organization so that they can continue to reach out to a wider audience of the millennials, of the Gen Z organization. So I was asked to talk about why I give. I give for those reasons. As you have seen from listening to these 3 founding members, if you've seen from listening to the other board members, they are doing some phenomenal things for the community. And I couldn't be more prouder to be a part of it. So I am so grateful to do whatever I can to assist them. I have been blessed, and I believe in sharing those blessings. So thank you for listening, and have a good night.
Hey, you caught me. I'm guilty. I was on my cell phone trying to figure out how to give to Bridge to Promise. Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin Jordan. I'm a board member. And perhaps you were thinking about how to give as well. I want to take a few minutes and talk about the gift of giving. Don't think of it as making a donation. Think of it as making every dollar you give makes a difference. Every dollar you give creates a dream to come true. And don't just give to get. A lot of folks say, well, I'm giving, but I want to get something out of it. But a lot of times it's good to give because when you give, you inspire other people. You know, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. And there is no better organization you can give to than Bridge to Promise. When I think about Bridge to Promise and being a board member, you know, I'm a plant lover. And the room I'm currently in, I have a beautiful, majestic palm. But it wasn't always beautiful. It wasn't always majestic. It had the potential to be majestic and beautiful. And for some reason, the fronds weren't opening. And I said, well, there's a problem here. Why isn't this plant majestic? It's a majestic palm. And I discovered what happened was that it was root bound. It needed to be transplanted in a larger environment so it could grow, so its roots could spread, and that nourishment could go up to every piece of that palm and open those leaves, spread out. And when I did that, when I transplanted the palm into a larger pot, I noticed how it began to grow. And the reason why I'm using that example is because that's how I see Bridge to Promise. Transplanting a young adult in a larger environment to grow. And just like my majestic palm, those leaves stretch out, those fingers stretch out. What does that mean? It means that when you invest when you invest in Bridge to Promise, you are causing young lives to be majestic. And as the leaves of my majestic palm spreads out, leaves of young people spread out, touching the lives of others. So I can't say enough how important it is to give. Giving makes a difference. I like to say the gift of giving, because when you give, it's a mutual relationship. You're giving a gift, but you know that gift comes back to you knowing that you have made a difference in someone's life. And that is so important. When I think of giving, I think about the act of giving and how it has got me to where I am. If it wasn't for the generous donation and the sense of care that individuals had that gave to the institutions where I did my education, I would not have gotten a full ride to get an education, both undergraduate and graduate. It was that gift of giving. Now you may say, oh, I intend to give. I'm so happy for your intent. Thank you so much. But you know what? Intention is one day, someday. Why don't you join me? This is your check. Why don't you join me this perfect moment called now to give a gift, to make a difference, to say you care. We're coming upon the season where it's just natural to give. Okay? Why don't we say this? Give that gift early. Let Santa Claus, if you will, come early and give. It's simple. You caught me on my cell phone, and so easy to give. You can see on your screen the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. It's easy. It's not hard. Give. Give. We need every dollar. We need every gift you can give, because your donation will help us make a difference. You know, I'm at the age now where my sense of giving is so meaningful to me because I need to create or nourish things that will outlast me. And you know what's going to outlast me? Youth. And that's what we are investing in, youth. And so my need to give to something that's going to outlast me, why not give to our young folk, our young adults? That population so often that's forgotten, but they are not our future leaders. They are our leaders right now. And just as my majestic palm needed to be transplanted in order to bloom, think about it. Don't you want to be a part of a life that blooms? So please give, join me right now. Get to your cell phone, get to whatever method you want to give. I'm old school, I still write checks. Give, make that difference. Give, feel good about yourself. Give, and get a good night's sleep knowing that you have created an environment for young adults to realize it's not about giving to a specific person, but it's about giving to this organization that's going to help many, many, many people over its creation and its tenure. It has reached the lives of hundreds of young adults. Your dollar can multiply that outreach exponentially. So give. Will you say it with me? Give. You can't say give without smiling. I dare you to try to say give without smiling. I'll give it a shot. Give. Automatically. It's a smile. Because it makes young adults whom you may not know by name feel good. Makes you feel good as well. So I'm so happy that you caught me on my cell phone just at the time that I was ready to make a donation. And I'm so glad you caught me, because I hope by the fact that I was getting ready to give, you will be inspired to do the same. Bridge to promise. Be a brick in the building of that bridge. Get our young adults from where they are to where they know can be. So I thank you in advance as a board member, but even more so, I thank you as an individual who has invested 35 years of his life making sure that young people, through education, reach their fullest potential. So thank you. You may not know them by name, but I'm going to take the license to say thank you for every dollar that you give, and thank you from every young adult that's going to be blessed by your heart. So take it to heart. Once again, put a smile on your face and say, guess what, Kevin? I'm giving. Thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure just to share this time with you. And since I did not get a chance to press the send button, I'm picking up my cell phone and making sure that I'm included in this giving to such a wonderful organization that is making a difference. And when you give, it will continue to make a difference. So remember, give, 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 bridge to promise. Thank you, and I'm ready to press send. How about you? I've given.
Good evening, good evening. Welcome, everyone. I am so inspired by all of my fellow colleagues and board members and co-founders by everything that we discussed tonight. So thank you all, thank you all, thank you all. Before we close, I just want to say a few more things. We do have the raffle coming up, so we're super excited for you to give, because if you do give, every donation you will be automatically put into our raffle by Total Wine, Spirit, and Beer. So we want to thank them for donating this. So what this is a private wine tasting for 20 people. That's right.
a private wine tasting for 20 people. So if you win, you'll be able to treat your family and friends and those fellow wine lovers to a wonderful evening of wine tasting. So thank you again to Total Wine, Spirit and Beers for donating this for us. So you're going to have until the end of business day tomorrow, from 5 p.m. tomorrow, to donate, to give, like Dr. Jordan said. Please give, 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 give. And we will contact the winners once you give. You see the information on the screen there. A few more other things. So we have our upcoming graduation on December 12th and our open house, which is next week, Thursday. So we're super excited to have you join and see and learn more about us. So to learn more about us, go to bridgetopromise.org, www.bridgetopromise.org. So I wanted to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us this evening, for spending the time with us just to hear a little bit more about us. And thank you for the opportunity for us to just come into your homes, into your lives, and help be the bridge to build that better future. So we appreciate you all. And like I said, please, please, please give, and please reach out to us. You let us know what you want to see. So www.bridgetopromise.org. Thank you again for a wonderful evening. Thank you for all of our speakers tonight. We appreciate you all. Have a great night, and thank you.